Ever wondered about the true origin of our universe and who holds the power over it? According to Colossians 1 verses 15 to 17, Jesus Christ is described as the image of the invisible God, the firstborn over all creation. For in him all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or powers or rulers or authorities. All things have been created through him and for him. He is before all things, and in him all things hold together. This means that Jesus not only created the universe, but also controls and claims it. This is contrary to what is often taught in schools, where the scientific community admits that they know nothing about the true origin of the material universe. Famous botanist Dr. Asa Gray and British scientist Sir Oliver Lodge have both acknowledged that the beginning of the universe is beyond the reach of science, which can only study how things continue, not how they began. Even T.H. Huxley, a staunch advocate of Darwin's theory of evolution, admitted later in life that science cannot explain the first origins of the material universe. Imagine a scientist who encounters a pendulum clock for the first time. He can study its movements, measure the swings, and even predict its future behavior with precise equations. However, when he tries to understand how the pendulum started swinging in the first place, he faces a problem. As he goes back in time, the pendulum's past movements seem logical up to a point, but eventually, he reaches a moment where his calculations no longer make sense. He realizes that the current laws governing the pendulum's movement cannot explain its initial start. To understand the beginning, he would need someone who was present at the moment it all started to explain it to him. This analogy highlights the limitations of science in explaining the ultimate origin of the universe and underscores the biblical assertion that the universe was created and is sustained by Jesus Christ. Understanding the origins of the universe isn't something we can achieve through reasoning alone. Scientific laws help us understand how things work now, but they don't explain how everything began. Scientists can hypothesize and estimate the beginning of the universe, but these are just educated guesses. They weren't there to witness it. True knowledge about the universe's origin comes through revelation, not reasoning. The Holy Spirit, who was present at the beginning, reveals that Jesus Christ created the universe. This insight, found in the Bible, stands firm against any scientific argument. When scientists speak about the universe's origins, they do so from a philosophical standpoint rather than a scientific one. They are expressing personal theories, not concrete knowledge, which change over time. Science doesn't have the answers about the beginning, so it's perfectly valid to assert that Jesus Christ is the creator of the universe. Many people have a limited view of Jesus Christ, imagining him solely as a historical figure from 2,000 years ago. But Jesus is far more than that. He is the eternal, uncreated, and self-existing second person of the Godhead who created the universe. This complex universe, with its numerous scientific laws, is fully known to Jesus. He didn't discover these laws. He invented them. As the famous astronomer Kepler said after significant discoveries in astronomy, "I am thinking thy thoughts after thee," acknowledging that he was uncovering the mind of God. The universe is incredibly vast and complex, far beyond our full comprehension. There are 100 billion stars in our galaxy alone, and potentially 100 million other galaxies. Sir James Jeans once noted there are more stars than grains of sand on all the world's shores. Yet, as the Bible tells us, Jesus created every one of them. This immense and intricate universe reflects the omniscient genius of Jesus Christ. Imagine the universe as a masterpiece meticulously crafted and maintained. Paul reminds us in Colossians 1 verse 17 that Jesus not only created the universe but also sustains it. He is before all things, and in him all things hold together. Think about the center of an atom, where positively charged protons reside. According to Coulomb's law, like charges repel each other, so these protons should fly apart, but they don't. The reason? Jesus' sustaining power. His genius keeps everything in balance. This principle extends to the vastness of space and the incredible processes within stars. For instance, the Sun loses 4,200,000 tons of mass every second through radiation, converting hydrogen into helium at scorching temperatures. Yet, Earth's temperature remains just right to sustain life. If it varied too much, Earth would either become a scorching desert or a frozen wasteland. Who set this perfect thermostat? Jesus did. He not only created everything, but he also maintains it all in perfect balance. Reflect on John 1 verse 14, which states, "The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us. We have seen his glory, the glory of the one and only Son, who came from the Father, full of grace and truth." Jesus lived among us, experiencing human life. One day, he was so tired that he fell asleep in a boat amid a raging storm. Mark 4 verses 38 to 39. The disciples were terrified, but Jesus, undisturbed by the chaos, rebuked the wind and waves, bringing instant calm. "Who is this? Even the wind and the waves obey him," they marveled. This shows his control over the natural world. Moreover, Revelation 4 and 5 depict Jesus stepping into the spotlight of eternity, claiming his authority over the universe. Who is worthy to break the seals and open the scroll? The answer is Jesus, who created, controls, and claims everything. Every star, every particle of dust belongs to him. The universe is his, and he stands at the center of it all, worthy of all glory and honor. In the celestial realms, something extraordinary happened. The grand halls of heaven, accustomed to witnessing countless tears on earth, trembled as they saw a sight they had never seen before. Tears in heaven. Angels, who had observed human sorrows, were stunned to see John, a revered figure, standing with tears streaming down his face. John wept out of shame for humanity, for among all the people who had lived on earth, none were worthy to govern it. Not Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, David, Daniel, Peter, James, or John. "I wept much," he said, mourning the absence of a worthy leader. But then, a voice urged him to look. He was told, "Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah hath prevailed." Revelation 5 verse 5. Amidst the throne, the 24 elders, and the 4 living creatures, he saw him, the Lion and the Lamb. John turned to see the Lion, but instead looked into the face of the Lamb. Jesus approached the throne, extending his pierced hand to claim what was rightfully his, the earth, a token of his ultimate claim over the universe. Imagine if the one on the throne asked Jesus his right to the title deeds of the world. Jesus would declare, "This world belongs to me by right of creation, for I made it. This world belongs to me by right of Calvary, for I bought it. And this world belongs to me by right of conquest, for I will reclaim it with might. Indeed, all things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made." John 1 verse 3.
If you found this video enjoyable, please consider liking and sharing it. Additionally, subscribing to this channel will ensure that you receive more updates in the future. Thank you.